Oh, that's hot. Hey, Brant, how you doing, buddy? Chad, what's going on, brother? Oh, Robert Patton, how you doing, man? It'd be great if you can give me a heads up if the audio and visuals go good for you guys. No choppiness, no scratchy audio. Hey, Simon, how you doing? T-Rex in the house. How you doing, brother? How's everybody doing this morning? All good, perfect. Oh, all right, sounds good. The audio, the video always stays the same, though. Yeah, videos videos always got problems, but they're unfixable. Hey, how you doing, Carrie? Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm hurting a little bit this morning. I got to do some running around a little bit later. That's why we're up a little early. But I woke up this morning. The pigeons are loose, my brother. My pigeons are loose. Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit this morning, and we had a wrestling tournament all day yesterday, and got back home, watched some TV with the family. Boy went to bed, and anyway, I got up this morning. My back's hurting. Everything's not going well. So anyway, we're just on here chatting about all kinds of things. You name it. But we are all slingshot enthusiasts. We're all shooters, and we talk about whatever happens to come to mind. My son, he won 2 of his matches, but he lost the gold medal match. He came in a second, so silver medal from this year. It would have been 3 years in a row. He would have been provincial champ at 71 kilos, but he lost this year against his nemesis. Yeah, so still a very good showing. He wrestled some very good matches. Yeah, destroyed the first 2 guys and had a really aggressive and tough match on the third one. It went the distance, but the guy had his number this time. But losing to a guy who comes out of the Montreal Wrestling Club, who is he's basically the premier club of all of Quebec and possibly Canada. I mean, there's no shame in that, that's for sure. But it was a really good match. He performed really well. I'm very proud of him. So, yeah. Yeah, man, he's doing really good. He's doing really, really good. Hey, Briggsy, how you doing, buddy? Davidson, how you doing? So anyway, we ended up getting home. We stopped off for supper, and yeah, so basically, we stopped off at like a Greasy Spoon after supper. That's pretty much our go-to after these big tournaments. We always go to a place and have a dinner. We talk about it and see how everyone went, if everyone's happy and all that stuff. And it's the first time I ate trash in over 100 days, and I feel like garbage. I didn't sleep good at all. Doparim, how you doing? Yeah, so but anyway, we're back home, and we've got 2 more weeks of practice and rest before he goes to the nationals this year. So it'll be pretty cool to see how it works out. But that same guy that he wrestled last night is going to be there, so I'm sure there's going to need to be a couple of adjustments. I think he was doing really well. I think he was just shooting from a little bit too far out, and the guy's defense is incredible. So he's a little bit longer when he bends over and he reaches. He's got a really, really long reach, and my son's a little bit shorter in the limbs and a little bit shorter in the height compared to the guy. But I think he'll do really good. I think he'll do really good at the nationals. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm all good, Mark. Glad I caught you in live. I'm shooting in the garden. I wish I was shooting in the garden. It's raining, but I have a bit of shelter. Yeah, your son will have to play Lunatic Fringe next time. I think so. We're gonna have to get him some kind of walk-in or whatever, and see how it goes. It was kind of funny though. My son's fight was coming up. I heard people talking like, "Who's wrestling next?" And you hear, "Oh, it's Logan versus the other guy." I'm not going to mention his name. Yeah, keep him private. But Logan versus this guy. Everyone's, "Oh shit!" You just saw a bunch of people take off to the mat to watch the fight. It was kind of funny. Yeah. So what's on the agenda today? So I'm curious, how many of you guys saw my last video that I put up about making bands and tuning your bands? Hey, Willie, how's it going, man? I know when I did that, I was getting a lot of questions, and I still see on a regular basis people asking questions. Spending the day with the wifey. Nice. So you guys that watched the video, do you think there was anything missing from it? I'm not sure if I covered everything or not, but it feels pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just curious because there's I get a lot of questions, man, about making bands and tuning bands and all that. It's just like it seems like the same thing. Like it seems like I just keep getting asked the same question. I keep having these. I've had these videos where I've done one on elongation. I've done one on band tuning. I've done one on life versus speed. Hey, Selvin Swings and Things, how you doing, man? And I just felt like I had to put it all together because I kept on getting the same questions over and over and over again. So I started putting down in my here it is, in my book of secrets here. I started throwing everything down, trying to get all my my thoughts kind of in a row before I started making the video. And basically had at it. And I wasn't sure if I'd gotten everything or not, but just got to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure that going forward, when I start getting these questions and all that stuff, I can just take the video link and here, watch this. You know, it should answer all your questions. I'm kind of hoping, but even now when I'm going onto the groups and stuff, you see the same question pop up over and over and over and over and over again. I just don't want to spam people's feed with my video, but JB asks, why did I go back to Constrictor Knot? I just switched to Amber Belt after 15 years. Well, I was having a little bit of issues with the Amber Belt on only certain types of bands. So my Sniper Sling Black, I was having problems with. Jimpu, I was having problems with. the GZK green translucent one, the one you could see through, I was having problems with. And what was the other one? Oh, and there was also that other red band that came up from GZK. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I went out and did some shooting with it on untuned bands, and I couldn't get 200 shots on them, which didn't make sense. And it was the same thing for all the other ones. The Jimpu, everything all the way across. I was having problems with all those bands, trying to figure out what was going on. I tried Amber Belt. I tried cuffs, and I tried the crystal string. Every single one of them I was having a problem with. And I did a video a while back where I had some crystal string and I was pulling on the bands nice and tight, and you can see the knot slipping. And when you see the knot slipping, you can see like little scuff marks and tears starting in the band. And I had also found that the crystal the amber belt, when you'd have to pull your bands really, really tight, get them all tied up, everything was good. And then after shooting them for a while, it seemed like exactly where the amber belt would end is exactly where the cuts would start. So I decided to go back to a constrictor knot and see what would work for me. I tried the two of them that I found that lasted pretty good. Was waxed threaded string for leather work. Works really good. And I was also using the constrictor knot. So I used sorry, I'm losing my mind here. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Sorry. So I switched to threaded leather work string, and I switched to this guy, which is 1 millimeter butcher's cord, all made out of cotton. It's absolutely dirt cheap. You can find it at the dollar store for $1. And I started using it, and I had not a problem. It just, it changed. I started getting more shots out of my bands. I started having less problems at the pouch. And even on tuned bands, which I know that my amount of shots is going to diminish a little bit. That's the, if you want performance or if you want longevity, if this one goes up, this one's going to go down. If this one goes up, this one's going to go down. That's how it works. So basically that's what I did, and haven't had a problem since. So I'm going with a constrictor knot. It's cheap. It's easy. It's not too bulky like cuffs. It doesn't slip like cuffs. Doesn't slip like crystal string. And I didn't cut into my bands like amber belt. Now, I've spoken to some people who are getting like 1,000 shots out of their amber belt, and by all means, go for it. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. I don't know, but I can't seem to get a good life out of my bands like that. Constrictor knot is a win for me. Where was I here? Wow, you guys are chatty this morning. Ah, there we are. More director. I still prefer amber belt wrap and tuck at the pouch. Yeah, I've never tried wrap and tuck with the amber belt. I've only tried it on the fork end. I've never tried it at the pouch end. Maybe I should give it a try and see. I've still got some amber belt here, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. Don't worry about spamming feeds with your clips. There's always clear and backed up with experience. Oh, thanks, man. Most people don't like to read. Reading others' comments can usually self-qualify. Yeah, it's very true. What problems do I have with Jimpu? I was just having longevity problems with them. It could have been the band, or it could have been how I set up my bands. It was a very similar problem that I was actually having with Sumki also, where they would perform really, really well. But as soon as you tried to tune them to get some good speed, I was having problems with it. So, and just to say, with the amber belt, I did have some. I did try different things. I tried basically doing like a wider wrap, and then I kind of rolled back the edges. I kind of pulled the band of the thing, and it would roll back the edges on both sides to kind of stop having a straight sharp edge. I tried a few things, and I just couldn't seem to get it to work. Kai says that's what I also use for years. Works perfect. Yep, agreed. Square knot with crystal string and have zero issues. That's what I was doing with crystal string too. Just giving them a bunch of wraps and then just giving it a tie up. Usually do about 8 tight wraps, and I was still having the same problem. Yep. 1mm butcher string is what I use. Yeah, Brant, I've heard it from a few people like using the backing line. Yeah, I also tried the paracord. Um, I've heard some people talking about the backing line, that it's really great stuff. I haven't tried it yet, but I actually have some here, but I think it's on a reel. Yeah, I'm not taking it off. I'll have to buy some more. But the paracord, the inside paracord strands, I tried those. They hold and then they slip. Yeah, too slick. Yeah, exactly, Zach. Different stuff works for different folks, and that's how they do it. I use simple shot band tying tape with cross and a square knot. Oh. Have I tried Red Shot from Caddyshack Bands? It's really good. Nope, I haven't tried it yet. Just curious, what band thicknesses do they have? What does it go from? I'm sure it's all higher weight stuff like 7.75, 8.85 type thing. I know Wayne likes to shoot those really heavy bands. Do they start off at like 0.6 or 0.5? Omega Light Tech so far has given me the best band life. Wow. Well, you know what? I've got probably, where's that frame? Where'd I put it? I know on the green fella we got out doing some shooting with. I got a bunch of shots through there with the probably somewhere around 200 shots so far, and the bands still look brand new. So I'm not worried about those at all. Those were 0.6, and I've been shooting them in the cold, so we'll see. But so far, I'm completely shocked with how well those bands shoot. Hey, Double D's, how's it going, bro? Yeah, T-Rex, I kind of do the same thing. T-Rex wrote here, Willie, I tie extremely tight and as close to the pouch as possible. I try to do the same thing too. Usually when I'm just snugging up my constrictor knot, I basically get like the knot, and there might be a millimeter in between that and the pouch. Just from where it kind of curves down, the knot kind of builds up like that. Actually, maybe I could show you. I don't know if you can see how close that is there. That one's got a bit of a gap in it, but it still holds really, really tight. See how close that is? But it doesn't budge. That ain't going nowhere. I'm not worried about getting any slip burns at all with that. We're talking about all kinds of things, buddy. Yeah, but right now we're actually on attachment. You're right. Bushcraft rebooted. What's going on, bro? Does my son shoot too? He used to, not so much anymore. But I've in my earlier videos, I've got He used to be really good, actually. We used to have can cutting competitions in the backyard, and I would shoot. I would shoot, and in the time it took me to take a ball out, load my pouch, line up, and shoot, he would shoot 3 shots, and most of them were hits. He was pretty good. He hasn't shot in a while with me though. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it goes from 7.5 to 1 mm. Yeah. If my bands stretch a bit after use, would I cut them down a bit to recover some power, or would you just replace the bands? Kind of depends on how many shots you're getting. I did a little bit of an experiment with this a while back, after talking to my buddy Gasper Akron, who's a top shooter out in Spain. He shoots a maximum of 200 shots per band set, and then that's it. He throws them away. Yeah, because when you're shooting these high precision accuracy deals, he believes that after he hits around 200 shots, they stop having the same retraction, which starts having his ball just slightly drop. But I mean, for most of us shooting some targets, you may or may not need to worry about that at all. Like shooting cans and stuff and whatever, it's not that big of an issue. But when you're shooting like those thumbnail size targets on a regular basis for the highest points possible in tournaments, this becomes an issue. And I did some testing on it. I created a band set, did some shooting. And as I was getting around that 250 mark, I noticed a reduction in speed in the band. Now, a reduction in speed is a direct link to reduction in retraction rates, which also is an issue with accuracy. So all these things are going to go on. Like your accuracy could be that you're not going to a full draw. You're just kind of like coming back here, but that could be like a ½ inch. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And all of these things could result in lower feet per second and cause drop in your ammo and make an issue. So what do I think about it? If you're outside plinking, shooting cans, having a good time, don't worry about it, really. Just shoot and have a good time. If you're trying to go out on the world stage and become a world champion, well, it's something you should probably add to your thoughts and start thinking, man, maybe I should start swapping my bands out around 250 or 300 shots and then make a new set to make sure that your ammo is going to keep on landing in the same spot every single time. So really, Briggsy, I guess to answer your question, that would be totally up to the shooter. In my case, because I'm outside shooting my bands for the most part for pleasure, I wouldn't worry about it too much. When I'm out really trying to dial in and make sure I got everything lined up, I will actually shoot. Like I don't know where my magnet is there, but I got that big old magnet, and once I've had that thing loaded up on 2 sides 2 times, I'm looking at 100 to 200 shots, and I'll switch them out for another band set. But I'll keep them on the side for a can cutting day. But that's what I do. What do I think about the Sniper Sling Green compared with the black and the yellow? Sniper Sling Green is actually one of those bands I was having problems with longevity. I did some shooting with them. I love the feel of them. They felt great. They shoot great. The performance is good. They seem to be. It's hard to tell because I don't have point. I think the bands I have, the green, are 0.4, but I don't have 0.4 in. It might be 0.5. I have. I can't remember. I don't have yellow, green, and black at the same band thickness. So I have. I shoot. I have 0.5 in black. I have 0.5 in yellow. I got 0.4 in yellow, and I think I have 0.4 in green. I think. The green seems to have a harder draw than the 0.4 in yellow, but I'm not quite sure where they are. My issue with those is the longevity. I was shooting the 0.4 yellow with not a problem, getting good amount of shots in there, got them tuned pretty good, and not an issue. The green, not so much. I was getting weird breaks, man. I couldn't figure it out. And I believe the green is the one that I was using in that video where I showed TTF versus OTT. Does it make a difference? And I put on TTF bands on an OTT frame, and I went out and did some shooting with it, and basically put an ass whipping on a 40 or 30 mil flipper in that video. Not a problem. So anyway, yeah. But again, on that video, I couldn't get any luck with the green longevity. All right, so Briggsy wrote here that's what I've been doing. Not exactly 200 shots, but I usually replace them when I lose power. How are you judging that you're losing power? Are you passing them through a crony, or what exactly is going on with that? I'm interested to see what kind of metrics you're using to judge when you're losing power. Is it just when you see it start to drop off, or you see it like after many shots, you're not hitting? It doesn't seem to be hitting as hard. Or, like, what exactly are you doing? Hey, always welcome, Tennessee. Thanks for showing up, buddy. The Rooster's in the house. I have a quad fold OTT tie, similar to the TTF on Facebook. Not that hard to get down. Pics there. Oh, I should check that out. I never count my shots. Maybe I should. Basically, what I've done, Willie, is I had that big old leather magnet, and I've counted how many shots could actually fit on it, just to see how many would hold without giving it a little wiggle to see if anything fell off. And it's usually around 200, 210, somewhere around there. And so basically, when I stick my magnet into that little bucket I use there, I give it a little wiggle. Whatever falls off stays off. Whatever stays on goes around my neck, and I shoot. And that's how I count it. I don't go and count every single one. It's just crazy. Hey, Lone Star, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, me too, buddy. I'm just out here chatting with you guys, drinking a coffee, trying to get my brain to work. I'm a little slow this morning. Yeah, the brain's not working so well. Does anybody believe that rust acts like dimples on golf balls and helps build speed? I don't know about building speed, but I will say this: rust really screws with your shot when you're shooting longer distances and you've got patchy rust on your balls. Is not good. I've seen some weird things happen, like you're shooting straight and goes. Whoop. I've seen it. It's nuts. Hey, Rooster, here's a question for you, man. What pouch attachment do you use for your sniper sling green? And what do you use? What band thickness? Usually cut the bands to reuse the pouch straight away, but I might start keeping bands because the bands still look in good condition and they're just a bit stretched. Something that might help you too, Briggsy, is you might want to consider trying to pre-stretch your bands before you tie them on. You can basically grab, once you've cut your band strips, just grab them and give them a good stretch out, a good 2 or 3 times, and then you put them down onto your measuring table, and you'll see that your bands tend to grow about it might be a good 5 millimeters, maybe even more. And then you can check them out. Or even once you've got that down, you can actually cut them a little bit shorter and figure it out if you wanted to go that route. I don't do that, but pre-stretching the bands might help out. What's up, Send Help? The Sniper Sling before Omega Green came. Oh, yeah. I like those. I like those Omegas. They're really damn good. Both of them, white and green, are great. Yeah, you see, this is the problem I was having. JB wrote here, I went through a roll of 0.6 Sniper Sling Green, loved it, bought a roll of 0.7 and loved the performance, but it tears in weird places. That's what I was having. And sometimes it was right at the pouch, and sometimes it was up like, I don't know, like almost an inch above the pouch. I was getting cuts in it, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, okay, that's not how I'm tying it now. That's something else. So I changed my rotary cutter, got a brand new blade on there, and I still had the same thing. So for me, that's why I never did a video on it. I don't see the purpose of shitting on somebody's product that I don't find all that great. Performance-wise, great stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I couldn't have good success with longevity on that. Munta Kim, how you doing, buddy? From Bangladesh, thanks for stopping in. Hope you'll hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hey, Mikey, what's going on, bro? Squat shots in the house. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for all the rusty ball info. Actually, I've got a video on how to clean your balls, Big Z, if you're ever interested. Yeah. Aerodynamics is a real thing. It really is. Yeah. Should steel ammo be to avoid rust? Mine is outside in the garage in the cold. I don't know. You know what? I've got, actually, you want to throw up a little bit? Look at this. Do you see the shame on my face? Do you see it? This is horrible. Look at these balls. Look at my balls. They're disgusting. They're disgusting and rusty, and this is freaking horrible. I have shame that you can never understand, but I will fix this, and they will be shiny, shiny, tiny little balls again. They will. I promise you that. Now you know all my horrible secrets, my friends. Please don't judge. As for the should I store them inside? Yes, I would. If it gets really, really cold out and the temperature changes, it's going to create condensation and cause some issues, and you'll get dirty, filthy balls like mine. You don't want that, bro. Hey, Mark's doing okay. So, squat shot doing okay. A little bit tired. I was at the wrestling tournament all weekend, and here we are all Saturday anyway. Here we are today. I'm trying to get a little coffee in, and see how I'm doing. And anyway, a little bit later on, probably around 10, I'm gonna have to dip from this live and then head on over to the dealership and get my car worked on again. and we'll see how it goes. But yep. Johnny John. Good day from Australia. How you doing, bro? Ice for everything. I tie it like regular OTT wraps. Amber belt, don't stretch them too much. It does not like to be stretched out. So far, 0.5 thickness. Nice. Perry from Switzerland. Hey, how you doing, Perry? I was actually in your country in 2001. Spent some time in Basel and Lucerne. It was very nice. I enjoyed it. I wanted to go back. Still do, actually. I'll tell you what, Noah's Ark, I will give you a shout out, but you have to subscribe and hit that like button for me. So here you go. Shout out to Noah's Ark. 1 centimeter pre-stretch. Mark. 5 centimeters. Measure divide by 5. More accurate elongation factor thoughts. Hold on. 1 centimeter test strip for elongation. Pre-stretch. Mark 0.5 centimeter, measure, divide by 5. Equals more accurate elongation factor. Thoughts? I really don't know. Usually I use, I've tried testing it with a centimeter or a half centimeter. I get more luck with a half centimeter. I find the wider the strip, actually I'm going to show you. Hold on. All right, I got a bit of a band here. I'm just going to eyeball a centimeter. I know it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be close enough. All right. So when you're testing your elongation, the elongation of the elastic is the elongation of the elastic. Now I'm going to show you what the problem is that I have using thicker elastic. So when you have a nice small strip like this one here, and you're going to stretch it out, you see how wide those lines go? Right? You see that? But we're keeping them pretty much straight. So it's a square line, and we can actually measure in the middle of each line to get your elongation from end to end. When you grab a thicker piece, see what happens to the line now? Now, the elongation is still going to be the elongation. If you grab a piece like this and you're strong enough to hold it out, it's going to be 7-to-1. A piece like this, still 7-to-1. The elastic stops. But trying to measure off of a line that's all crooked, this one here, not so bad. But look at the other one. Let's see if we can try to fix this here. No, still crooked. No, still messed up. I can't really seem to get a really nice straight line to measure off the center of that. This is why I always go with a centimeter. If the difference between 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters or whatever it is, doesn't really matter which number you use, but you will still see what the elongation is going to be. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Hopefully I answered the question. I didn't misunderstand what you were asking me about, but yeah, pretty much, buddy. Everyone wakes up, we have coffee, and we just talk shit. That's how we go. That's how we do. Everyone just woke up about make a strong cup for a couple of, yeah, that's it. A ball cleaning video. I got one, bro. I got a ball cleaning video. It might be a short, but I got one. Send help. I did say hi to you, bro. I did. I'm even giving you a shout out to send help, but you got to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, please. That's it. We got a deal. Bull shenanigans and markery. Slingshot, you got it, buddy. It's all about the slingshots. Looks like my backyard. Yeah, I basically when I use what I use to clean my ammo is is vinegar. But I find the trick to actually cleaning it up is using hot vinegar. So basically, what I do is I take that a big container, some kind, whatever, and I boil up some vinegar and I dump it right over all the balls and I put a lid on it and I seal it up shut. I leave it for about 24 hours, let it do its thing, and then once it's done with the 24 hours, I'll strain out the water, give them a good rinse off with regular water, and then I dump them again into water with some what do you call it, baking soda inside to kind of neutralize anything that might be on there. And then I just give them, I take them all, I throw them onto a baking sheet and I chuck them in the oven for about 20 minutes at like 220 degrees, just to bake off what do you call it, moisture that might still be in them. And then I just put them away. And once that's done, all the balls are clean, all the rust is gone, everything is good. There's some of them that will end up getting rusty to the point where they start to scale, and those ones I end up tossing them out because when you're looking for precision shooting, you want to have the smoothest possible surface. A month for 3 months because he polished every steel ball per hand. Yeah. Best line of the day. My balls are disgusting. Yeah, man. My chat, really, chat's working fine, bro. I'm just a little behind. I'm trying to catch up here. No, Leon, I can't see it. I love it. Hello from Burbank, California. Wake me up, have a good website, YouTube. I guess I can't. This ain't your grandfather's Zenith tube radios. What's my favorite radio? I don't listen to a radio, man. One of my cars is my favorite, pretty much. Yeah, I hop in my car and I put on the radio to see what the traffic is, and then I shut that shit off and I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast on the way into work. That's what I do. "5 centimeter lines between lines stretch to 30 plus." Okay. Morning, Rex. Robert. Always measure. Yes, sir. Yeah, just a longer sampler. Sample is easier to work for me, and that's fine. You know, if that works out for you, then go for it. In the end, however you measure it out, it's going to be the same. But the max elongation of the elastic, no matter how thick or how long you cut it, it's going to be the same. Dorothy, Slingshots in the house. How you doing, bro? 888. How you doing, bro? Hi from Russia. Always good to see you guys here. Graph Kai. Woo. If you haven't, check out Robert Patton. Posted 2 shorts yesterday. I'll have to check that out. Coffee. Listen to Mark and his rusty balls while doing some bad sets for the week. Oh, man. I got to tie bands today. I cut them yesterday. Yeah, you know what, Caddy Hunter writes here, I need about 3 coffees to wake me up in the morning. Usually I double fist it in the morning. I have one going in the car and I have another one sitting warm in the next cup holder. And I finish that one up by around 9 o'clock and I'm good. Hey, good morning, Steven. Not much is up. We're just chatting, shooting shit, talking about my rusty balls. That's about it. Hey, take care, T-Rex. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Oh, thanks, Timothy. Appreciate you, man. Evie, read this, boy. There you go. Been read. MD, how you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah. Can you say Jonathan, please? It's my birthday. I'll tell you what, Jonathan, if you hit that like and subscribe button, even though I've already said Jonathan 3 times, I would appreciate it if Jonathan would hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll say Jonathan. Is that a deal, Jonathan? Sing Ice Spice? You kind of sound like her. I don't even know what that is. Catnap, how you doing? Yeah. No, nothing but trouble going on here, right? Nothing but trouble. I didn't even know there was TTF and OTT styles tying in the beginning. You know what, man? I kind of feel bad for saying this, but the first band set I ever got was tied like OTT, and that was on a band or a slingshot that I first got. My first slingshot video, on that slingshot they came tied like OTT. Then I bought a slingshot from GZK. I can't remember which one came first. If it was the Hammer Pro or if it was the LT from Simple Shot. But I ended up getting bands from Simple Shot, and they were tied TTF. And I was looking at the bands of the other one, looking at the bands of this one, and be like, okay, why are these different? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. And then I saw a video where people are starting to talk about OTT and TTF, and I'm like, okay, well, what the hell does this shit mean? I have no idea. So I ended up finding out that yes, OTT meant over the top and TTF meant through the forks. I was like, oh, okay, now it's starting to make sense. But how come Simple Shot is selling these bands TTF that are for on OTT frames? This doesn't make sense. And I thought for a while that Simple Shot didn't know what they were doing. I really did. I was right in the beginning. I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. And then I started messing around at home later on when I started making my own bands, and I started realizing, I'm like, oh, it doesn't make a difference. You can put TTF bands on an OTT frame. It is not a problem. I've never tested it vice versa. There may be a difference, but I've never noticed a problem putting TTF and OTT bands on the set. I've even had one pouch I screwed up on where I tied TTF on one side and OTT in the other side, and I decided to shoot it, and I didn't notice a difference. So, anyway. I wouldn't want to know Ice Spice. What's my favorite slingshot? I've got a few that are really high up on there. I've got a custom Beagle from Prime Fork. I got my Titan Hunter from Catapult Carnage. I've got the Hiker from Pocket Predator. I love that frame. What else do we got here that I really? Oh, the Enlivener from from Sniper Sling. I mean, look at this thing, man. This thing's just freaking beautiful. Look at it. I love this frame. This thing is the bomb. I also got the Cygnus from Prime 4 Catapults. Look at this one too. This is a nice looking beauty. Look at that. Absolutely love this frame. I got them to make me this guy. Got them to make this guy with the ATO colors. Slap some sexy red bands on there. That's what do you call them? 0.6 South Wales caddies with a nice kangaroo leather pouch on there from West Mitchell. Look at that. There's a couple of my favorites. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this one. Hold on. I got one more. One more I'm going to throw into the favorite list. There are others, but look at this. That's the Companion from Catapult Carnage. It's another frame I absolutely love. This thing shoots all day long, beautifully. And these ones I got 0.65 South Wales caddies on there with another West Mitchell pouch. Beautiful stuff. All right, I'm done. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to show you the Venator, but I think it's in the other room. I subscribe to your channel. Thanks, Timothy Freeman. Appreciate you, man. Hello, Angela. How you doing? I think the trolls like the rusty balls. Well, I guess that's what we're going to start doing then. I'm going to start talking about rusty balls all the time and see if we can really pull in some subscribers. That might be the way to go. What's my favorite song? Catnap wants to know. What's my favorite song? Well, that's a tough one. But it's probably Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner from Iron Maiden. I love that song. Hello from Sweden. How you doing, Free Will? Appreciate you, man. Asma, how you doing? TTVT, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a shout out if you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. We got a deal? TTV Legend 3, there you go. Shout out to you, buddy. Double fold or trifold? When we're talking about double fold, are we talking about just folding in half and tighten it? And a trifold is when you fold in and fold? Is that what we're talking about? I'm a double fold for TTF. I'm a trifold for OTT. I tend to go with the double fold for TTF only because it's just easier and faster. Rebooted the site picture, which will be affected depending on the way the pouch is tied. Fold it over flat or kind of rolled up and then folded. Uh-huh. Timothy Freeman, riz me up. I got no riz, bro. Look at me. There's no riz here. No riz. Not even a little bit. It's a preference thing or performance of how you tie your bands. Is that what we're talking about? I believe it's a preference thing. Preference, in my opinion. Agreed. Mark, do I like natural forks? Yes, I do. I do like natural forks. Actually, I've got one here. I'm not going to show you that one because that one I'm going to do a raffle on. But yeah, I've got 3 that I made myself. I've got this guy here, which is a which is a kind of like a sparrow that I made. Got it wrapped up with some deer hide on there. It's a real nice shooter. Actually, when I made this guy, before I was even completely finished it, I just had to run outside and shoot it. So I dressed her up in a band set and cut some cards with it. It was fun. Then I did another video too where I made this guy. It's kind of like it's kind of pickle forkish, I guess you could say. I basically zipped this guy out of a piece of birch. Birch or this one actually might have been beech. But I took this guy out and I was doing some long draw shooting on it while I was out collecting some more forks. So this guy I really, really like for shooting long draw. It's a lot of fun. And then I had this guy here that I carved out. It's basically my version of a Titan Hunter. Although I do find it a little bit thick. I think I'm going to try to shave down the forks a little bit on the backside and thin her out and make it more like an ergo style frame. But this is another one that shoots quite nice. A lot of fun. And I know I keep talking about this almost every single live, but I am going to be raffling off my first ever hand-carved frame. This is going to be going up, I'm hoping this weekend or this week on my Facebook channel. I'll announce it and we'll see how it goes. It's a really nice looking frame. It's got a little ATO on the bottom. And yep, I think this one's going to go up. But look at the grain on this thing. It's a really nice looking piece of wood. I'm going to raffle this guy off. I'll probably do maybe 10 slots, maybe 15 slots at $10 a pop. If anybody's interested, let me know. And I'll raffle this guy off on my Facebook page. And I'm telling you, this thing feels magnificent in the hand. And actually, I have a video where I went out on my canoe, I paddled out to an island and set up a can or a plastic water bottle hanging from a tree branch, and I was shooting those right in the middle of a 3-kilometer wide lake. It was kind of funny and fun. Did I see that Simon Wasp is going to make my Venator again really soon? No, I did not. And is he going to be doing it with... Man, I'm going to give Simon shit. You know that? This dude keeps on coming up with this stuff, and he never tells me. And then it's always like, shit, Mark, I should have told you. Man, he's bringing back the Venator. This is exciting. Tell me he's going to do it with clips. Please tell me he's doing it with clips. Hey, whoa. Come back here. Slow down there, buddy. Swan all day. I haven't tried that yet. I got to try it. Rebooted, I would try and tie your approach according to the style you shoot. The sight picture is cleaner, which allows for an optimal aiming. Mikey is right about this, Rebooted. I would try to tie your pouch according to the style you shoot. The sight picture will be cleaner, which allows you for optimal aiming. What Mikey's basically talking about here, let's grab any random frame. Let's have a look. You see down the pouch here? I'm looking down a very straight band all the way down. See how straight that is? Now, just to mimic an OTT band, I'll flip it over. You see how thick that line is now? And it's kind of twisted all the way down. If your form is not perfect while you're drawing your anchor, your draw length, how you set back to your position and all that, it will cause a problem with how you see down your bands, making sure they're straight. So this can be affected by a little bit of extra head tilt. It could do a lot of things where it's going to change your angles, okay? So if you're shooting TTF bands on an OTT frame, you really want to be able to have your form proper all the time, or your sight picture will be affected. Up the irons. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. I'm saving for a real slingshot. I only have a crappy poo-poo Walmart one that I won't shoot. What was that, Mikey? Do you ever try double TheraBand on your slingshots? I know it's it's no longer necessary to double band because they have stepped up their game. I don't. I got a couple of slingshots from Nick Hagerty actually that had a double band set on it, and it was so heavy and hard to pull. It made no sense. When TheraBand, even back in the day, TheraBand Gold was out, TheraBand was shooting just plenty fast. If you tuned your band properly, actually, I have a video of TheraBand Gold where I did a test on the speed, and TheraBand gets plenty speed. There are band sets out there on some different companies that don't get the speed of TheraBand does. That's a fact. In something very similar, I think TheraBand comes up to about 0.62 or 0.65 if I'm going off of memory. They don't compare. So that said, shooting double bands makes no sense. If I can get 270, 280 feet per second shooting 9.5 steel with TheraBand Gold, why the hell am I going to bother doubling that up? That's plenty of speed. All you're doing is destroying your accuracy. So I don't bother with double bands at all. You're one creative fella. Well, thank you. He's about to say the same, that I could sense in man's his way. Yeah, making naturals is fun. I've got a whole bunch of I've got a whole bunch of what do you call it? I got a whole bunch of forks actually sitting in the bin just outside this door here, and I'm looking to start making some more. Have you guys ever held a Titan, the metal one? As a matter of fact, yes, sir. I have one. I don't know where it is, but I'm telling you right now, I'm just talking here. Anyway, have any of you guys ever held a Titan that's made by ProShot, the metal one? I have, and it's one of the best holding slingshots I've ever had. I wish they would just make it a little bit wider to 90 millimeters finished, because I think they start off at 90 millimeters, but you end up getting it at 85. I need it to be a little bit better, a little bit bigger. Oh, snap. Late to the party. Good morning, Mark. Taylor Made. Good to see you, my friend. Kinter, how you doing? Giving me kisses. Look at you. John Atkins, how you doing, bro? I want to try to make a frame. I've been working with metal for years. I'm going to try to make one out of aluminum. You know what? I actually bought an aluminum core from Caddyshack Catapults for an Evo. I had an idea what I wanted to do. I was going to attach that with some brass liners, and I had some really nice G10 that I wanted to put on it on the outside, and just make a wrap and tuck frame and see how everything was going to go. And got it all built, all glued together. Had some nice what do they call them? Chicago screws. Where you got like the two things that you screw together with a little bit of epoxy, and it kind of glues everything together. And then you grind it down, and it just looks like a pin. Anyway, I had those ready to go. I had it all glued together. Everything was going to be good, and then it all just delaminated. I broke my heart. I got pissed off and just whipped the whole thing into the garbage. But I wouldn't mind having another crack at that with some different materials. Hey, brother K, how you doing? That Pro Shot holds really nice, eh? No, Mikey, you wrote they don't make a 90. I hear that they're going to be coming out with some different sizes. I can't remember 100% who told me that. I believe it might have been Chris, but they're supposed to be coming out with different sizes of it, apparently. All right, Zach, you have a great day at work, buddy. I'm working on an FTC natty. Actually, guys, if we're talking natties here, I know I got asked a question about a natty, and I got to tell you, one of the nicest natties I've ever received was from Lone Star Catapults. You got to check it out. I have a video of it somewhere. Do I have it here on me? Yes, I do. If anybody's wondering about Lone Star Catapult's work, let me tell you something. This dude does a great job. Have a look at this. Look at this. I have a video of me shooting this. I actually gave myself an injury shooting this because I didn't want to put it down. He did an amazing job. It's got a nice little bit of a curve to the back, which makes it really, really comfortable. It holds fantastic. And I was outside burning long draw for about 2 hours, maybe more, on a live, and I ended up busting up my wrist. But I'm telling you, here we go. Lone Star Catapult's work. Did a fantastic job. Beautiful piece of wood. Put a beautiful little M in there. I mean, look at this. Gorgeous job, gorgeous work. And if you're ever in the market, almost with my coffee, oh my God, that would have been horrible. If you're ever in the market to pick one of these guys up, talk to them. I'm telling you, great stuff. I love this frame. How long do I let forks season out? Usually what I do is I'll go out and say, let's say, for example, let's pull up this little guy here. This guy here, when I made this guy, the forks were actually like this long, and they kind of grew up all wonky, and the bottom of it was about this long. I cut them that long to avoid getting any kind of cracks in the bottom. You see that guy? I probably should have let this one go a little longer. I didn't. But it was not a fresh cut fork. It was a down branch. But I cut that guy off, and I leave it go throughout the whole summer or the whole winter until the next year, and then I cut them. That's basically what I do. Casted slingshots good? Sure they are. Good morning, Ella. How you doing? I have to text it. I haven't shot it in forever. Yeah, I like the S90. The S90 is pretty good. I think I have one here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here's the Pro Shot, Mikey. If you're thinking about getting one of these, Mikey, let me know. I'd happily send it down to you, and you can take some shots with it and see if you like it. And if you wanted to buy one of your own, I'll happily send it down to you to give it a little test if you want. Let me know if you want to test it out before you do some shooting. Lone Star Catapults. Thanks, Mark. Hey, my pleasure, man. Thank you for putting out great work. Yeah, you know what, Squat Shot? The thing I like about actually making natties is you never really know what you're going to get out of your fork. You start messing with it, and sometimes you have an idea in your head. Okay, I want it to be this wide, but after that, sometimes the natural shape, you bump into a knot, and you got to change things, and the next thing you know, you come out with this thing like this. this little guy here that I made, I mean, it's a very simple little thing. It's very kind of small, tiny, locks into your hand quite nice. It fits perfect. Like holding onto this thing, you're like, wow, this is comfortable. But I had a completely different plan for this thing in the beginning. I had a completely different plan for it. And I kept on going through and I found like a rotten spot and I had to dig it out. And then the next thing you know, the rest of the wood was like super rock hard. And I ended up having a longer handle that went short. And then I had a little bit of a problem with the tips here. So I had to mess with those a little bit. But this is what I came up with. And as kind of, it's really not that good looking, but it's really, really comfortable and it locks in the hand and it shoots great. So there you go. You never know what you're going to get. You never know. Big buck hunter. What millimeter band size do you use? I use a range. So I use 0.45, sometimes 0.4 or sometimes 0.5 in summer. I tune my bands hot, so I can get good speeds out of those things still with 8mm steel. Wintertime, I tend to go up in weight, and I'll bump it up to 0.6, sometimes 0.65, depending on the cold. When we're minus 20 outside and I'm getting the hankering to shoot, I'll put a 0.65 on there for 8mm steel. The cold really, really slows down ammo, so I do bump it up a little bit to 0.6. But when I'm going to cause some destruction or whatever it is, I do keep some 0.7 bands around, 0.7, 0.75, and I'll shoot some heavier ammo. But most of the shooting that you see in my backyard, most of the time, in summertime, it's 0.4 to 0.5. And in wintertime, it's, let's say, 0.55 to 0.65. I don't make that many natties anymore, just some custom bands, unless people ask me to make them one. I'll make them a natty. Made to their likes. Thanks, Mark, for the very nice words. Yeah, you're the man, Lone Star. You are the man. White Titan Hunter is an 86, but that's not a problem. Dylan D, I think you should subscribe, man. Why not? Why not? Help a brother out. One of the best things about making nachos, you can make it to suit you. And when you apply the oil and the grain comes out, oh, dude, no joke. Caddy Hunter's talking about this here. You really, I mean, back in the day when I used to make knives and stuff, I used to mess around with different woods and all that stuff. When you get it sanded down, or what I used to do is I would carve it out or grind it out. Then I'd use a card scraper and I'd clean up any kind of ridges or funny bumps or anything like that. But that first moment when you put the oil into the wood and that wood just comes alive, man, I love that. I love that moment. I was trying to make the Raptor from Romany Custom Catapult. You know what, man? I gotta get one of his frames. I came this close to pulling the trigger on one from Pro Shot, and I'm like, you know what? I like the Pro Shot frames, but I want one of his. I want one of his bad. And I think maybe the Raptor, what is it called, a juvenile? I think that's the one that's got like a 90mm fork width, and I know he does them. I know he does them like that, but I gotta get one of his frames. That's the good thing. that's the good thing about making natties and stuff. You know, you can just start it, put it aside, get back to it when you want. I actually had a couple of them. Do I have them around here? I don't. I had a couple of them where I used to just cut them off of a tree. I had a plum tree out in the backyard there. I used to cut a chunk off of it and just add bands to it, and we'd go outside and shoot it. And me and my son both made one, and we had a blast with that thing. Hey, Chuck, Jimmy, what's up, man? Love and respect from Afghanistan. Appreciate you, man. How you doing, Afghan buddies? How you guys doing over there? Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele's in the house. Just to bring all those people up who may have missed what we were talking about earlier on in the beginning, we were just chatting about well, everything from wrestling tournaments to rusty balls. That's pretty much where we're at right now. I mean, yeah, it did kind of go south for a bit, but here we are. We're back talking business, having a good time. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I got a bunch of slingshots here that I wanted to show you. Actually. Has anybody tried this guy? This is the Sniper Sling Dang Kung. It's got some plugs in the end. But I gotta tell you, I've done a little bit of shooting with this guy. A tiny little bit. Shoots great, but you see this thing here, right up at the top where the bands kind of go over? Kind of makes my ass pucker a little bit because I'm afraid that one day I'm going to come over it somehow and it's going to cut my bands and I'm going to eat one in the face. But as long as you get your bands coming over the top properly, which for me is actually pretty decent because I always start from here, and as I'm pulling out, I'm turning it so I could see where my band's lined up. But I did a little bit of shooting with this thing. I haven't done much yet. I've done a little bit of shooting with this thing, but I was surprised. It shoots really, really nice. And I have one also called from Dankung, which is called the Dankung Ergonomic, I think they called it. It's the worst name possible, but it shoots really, really nice. I have it in a couple of videos. It's very similar, kind of like a wrapped steel wire frame that they've bent into place, and it shoots really nice. And that's a no tie version, similar to this one, where this one's got the plugs to plug it in. The no tie version, basically, you just snap a piece of tubing and cut the ends off. I wish I could find it and show it to you. I can't find it, but I got another one here from GZK that's similar to that one as well. It's a tiny little fella. And you snap the bands in. You have to fold the bands funny, and you kind of snap them in, and you can shoot them like that. It's a little bit spooky. I don't shoot it too often, but it's actually a nice little shooter. It does shoot okay. Shoots fine. It's a little bit too small for my hand. So in the pinky hole, I put my ring finger in there and get some shooting. But that's one of my weirdo frames that I got lying around. That's so. Yep. What do I think about the plug quality? Is it pure plastic or something like the Simple Shot plugs? These ones are just straight up plastic. I'll show you both sides. They're like a latex rubbery type elastic. It's not like the Simple Shot ones where you push the ammo in, it makes it tight. These ones are just kind of tapered in, but if you put them in like this, how they are, and then you're wrapping over the end, you're actually pulling against the stopper. These are not pulling out. No, no way. They're not coming out. They're in there. Wow, that was weird. I actually pulled it so hard the rubber started to stink. That's weird. But they're not coming out. They're not slipping. They're not pulling through. Yeah, definitely not. Maybe with super, super heavy bands, I would say watch out, but no. The Sniper Sling S Lizard is kind of a ripoff from the Raptor. I have a few of them. I have the S Lizard too. How do you like it, Krudel? I quite like that frame. I was a little disappointed though getting that one from Sniper Sling. It was the first time I ever had anything that was not perfect from them, and it seemed like how it's kind of like I don't know what you call the material on that thing. I guess it's some kind of G10, but they put a little bit of epoxy in there too, and it seemed to have an air bubble in it, which is kind of disappointing. It should not have. If I was a builder, I would not have let that pass quality control. Hi, Locke. I'm German. Pleased to meet you, man. And I was in Freiburg in 2001. Had a lot of fun in Freiburg. Great little town. Can I say hi to Sophia, please? Sophia, I will say hi if you will hit that subscribe button, please, and hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. So, hi, Sophia. Scuba Steve. Hell yeah. What's the biggest thing you've killed with one of those? Unfortunately, it's illegal to kill anything with these in my area. So the biggest thing I've ever killed with one of these guys is, let's say, a big-ass soup can. I noticed the first time you went down a rabbit hole, I spent $300 to $400 at a time for two, and you're right. Buyer's remorse. Slingshot can only be so nice. Agreed, man. Agreed. I'm not going to say any names, but there's a guy that I'm kind of buddies on with Facebook. I did see a bunch of different slingshots that this guy's been putting out. And I saw this frame. It's beautiful. It was like a carbon fiber deal. And I'm like, wow, I would love to get my hands on one of those. Do a review, bring something that's a little bit higher end and see what people think. And all said and done, with the not even including shipping, it was going to cost me $600. Now, yeah, it's a beautiful slingshot. It's great. But the cheapest car I ever bought was $300. And that got me back and forth to work for over a year. And $600 and $650, maybe more when we tacked on the shipping. Plus, oh man, it was just it was $450 something. And then you add on exchange and all that stuff. I'm like, there's no way I could justify that. That $650 slingshot is going to cost me thousands in the divorce that would come right after it. So I was like, no, it ain't going to happen. Did I get a chance to shoot the Olympus green bands that you made? Yes, I did. I did some shooting with the 0.6 that I got. Love the green. Green's fantastic. The 0.55 I haven't tried yet, but the draw is off. It's off the hook. I still got the 0.55 on the on this guy here on the Enlivener. Do I have a shot through them? Yes, I have a shot through them, but not a tremendous amount. I did some shooting with them. They feel great. I love them, but I haven't done anything other than take a few shots from inside of my house over my deck into the catch box on the other side. But I was on target in 2 with them, and the draw just feels beautiful. Custom rapid tuck from Indonesia spoiled me. Gyro slingshots are nice. Price point. Yep. What is the best brands in your opinion? Okay, Pokemon. Here it comes. You're shooting 3/8 clay, which are really, really light. So I would recommend 0.4, 0.45, or 0.5. 0.5 might actually be on the heavy end for small clay like that. But I would do 0.4, 0.45, 0.5 if it's cold outside. Are you a long draw shooter or short draw shooter? That may make a difference. But here's what I recommend. Omega Slings white or Omega Slings green in one of those weights that I spoke to you about. I would also recommend 0.4 or 0.5 Sniper Sling yellow. I would also recommend Gongchi white in 0.45. I think they have 0.45 in that and 0.5. I would also recommend BSB 0.45. I'd also recommend South Wales Caddies 0.4 or 0.5 for those for that kind of size ammo. Havener, hi, I'm Turkey. You're from Turkey? Good to visit, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. I kind of like it, but yeah, don't like it. Like the clips and the quality control, not the best. When I get around to finishing my wooden one, I really like the close. Am I a doctor? No, 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 no. Not a doctor. Not even close. You looking for a husband? Can you say what's good, Jonathan? Dupe Roblox? I don't know what that is. Sorry, man. Can killer. Yes, sir. Love killing cans. Come on, guys. You should be subscribers by now. Confused Buffalo. Cheers, buddy. How you doing? Mark, Jinpu just snapped on me. 140, maybe 180 shots through it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't seem to get Jinpu to last for me. And I hear some people telling me they're getting 400 or 500 shots out of theirs and whatever. But okay, tell me your secret. I can't get them to last for me. Same thing with the Sniper Sling Black, and same thing with Sniper Sling Green. I can't get them to last, and the GZK Translucent Green. I can't get them to last. So for me, they're on the sidelines now. Thanks, Gabby. Appreciate you. Talking about justifying. Does your wife know the prices of your customs? Put a hashtag don't tell my wife on this thing. I'm about to make some Jinpu 0.6. Step it up 0.6 because they feel a little lacking in power and durability. Oh, my slingshots cost $20. And you know what, man? You really don't need anything bigger than that. I know I did a video a while back, actually a couple of them, on slingshots that are great for under $50. There's a bunch of them out there. Perfect example. Get yourself a Wendigo. Omega Slings. Dirt cheap, fantastic design, shoots like a beast. If I had my my Spitfire from Chuck and Steel, same deal. One of the most amazing frames I've ever just picked up and shot. Grabbed it, put it in my hand, feels great, shoots great, dirt cheap, and you'll shoot this thing forever. Like these things will not go bad. They won't break. They're going to be, you can pass these things down to 45 generations if you want. They're still going to be there. That's the way to go for it. If you want to get into the sport and you don't want to worry about damaging or destroying your slingshots or frames or whatever it is, there it is, man. Get one of those. They're cheap. They shoot just fine. I've got videos of shooting all of those. There was here's another one here. That's the Rougarou right here. There's another one. There's that little fellow there from Fowler. Can't remember what this thing's called, but this is another one. Shoots just fine. Shoots great. There's a number of them from Wasp. I can't remember the guy who sent me this one, but another guy out of the UK who's got one of these. This is another one of his frames. He's got great stuff. There's a whole bunch of them out there that you can get, all different styles, shapes, and you name it. And then once you get in one of those and you find one that really fits nice and shoots great, you can save up your pennies and end up buying yourself a custom version of it. All right, Robert, I'll catch you later, bro. Living for Jesus. How you doing? Good to see you back. Gin poo poo. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Hey, Brother K, you've got no problems with the gin poo bands? How are you tying them on the back end, on the pouch end? I'm curious. Ilzan from Turkey. How you doing? I got a few people from Turkey today. If I have problems with Jimpu, I've had the 0.45 and the 0.5. I've had problems with both. Do I speak English? Yes, I do. I had luck with Jimpu. What method were you using to tie to the pouch, Double D's? Omega White, there's white and there's green. Both of them are fantastic bands. I've got a couple of reviews, not a review, but I guess the first impressions of shooting them outside in the real cold, and they performed really, really well if you want to check those videos out. I think they're the second and third from the top in my list. I made the error of showing my wife customs like John Jeffrey's custom. Yeah. Yeah, that'll put you in the doghouse real quick. I think I'm going back to BSB white. Hey, Lone Wolf, have you tried the BSB 0.45? Those are one of my favorite bands at the 0.45 thickness. Stuff shoots great. Do I speak Japanese? No, the only thing I know from Japanese is Origato, Mr. Roboto, and that was from a song. That's all I got for you, buddy. When to go for the win. Brother K, I've tried the white and the green. 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 in the white and 0.6 in the green, and I have like 2 or 3 shots through the 0.55. You're gonna really like them. They're great. It's great elastic. I love Jim Punto, Omega came around. Yeah, that's another one. Mikey, sorry, I forgot about mentioning that one. The 701 is an excellent budget slingshot. I have one actually in my backpack. I've been carrying it around since I got it from Omega Slings, and it shoots really nice. Holds really well too. Hi, Anita. How you doing? 701 starter pack. Okay, we're going to send you some. Shit, did my wife show up? My gun channel? No, we're a Slingshot channel. We do a lot of Slingshot talk, amongst other things. What's my opinion on Simple Shot? Good stuff. I've got no issues with Simple Shot. Everything I've got from them has been a good quality, well made, no issues. Their customer service is pretty good. If you do have a problem, you just contact them and they make it right. Simple Shot, some good stuff. My only issue, if I'm being honest, my only issue is the price, the price of shipping. A lot of times, for some reason, the shipping from the United States to Canada is retardedly expensive. I know I've said this before, but hopefully you guys don't mind hearing it again. I actually ordered a backpack from, just to let you know, I'm around the Montreal area of Canada. I bought a backpack from Boston. It was going to cost me something like $56 to ship it from Boston to Canada with custom charges and all kinds of stuff. So the $35 backpack I was going to buy, it was going to cost me something like $100 and something American or more. So when I ended up, looking around at another place to find this backpack, I bought one from Brother K's edge of the woods of this place called Verustalika, which is like a big military surplus store. I bought a backpack for about the same price, and I had it shipped to my house for $11. Now, Finland, all the way over here. Canada, all the way over here. $11 across an ocean on a boat or a plane, however they sent it, versus 5 hours of driving from Boston to Montreal. How do you explain that? That's my only complaint. I like Jinpu, but I had bands break under 20 shots. It actually has to shoot the ESC because it was the only .4 I had, and it was getting about 100 shots per or less of them. I think, yeah. You see, I can't deal with that. When you can't trust your equipment, that's a big problem. How many catapults do I really don't know, man. I haven't counted them in a while, but I got a bag full of them here. I got another bag full of them here. And I got another bag full of them here. I'm still not moved into this new room 100% yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them all until I can find a way to store them or hang them up. Actually, I think I got a few in those drawers too, but I don't know. I'm going to say maybe somewhere around 60 or so, maybe 70, maybe more. I don't know. How about the Sniper Sling Mauser S96? I haven't even seen that one. I don't know what it looks like, but I've got many Sniper Sling slingshots, and I like them all. I really do. I don't know how much the Mauser goes for, but yeah, Jubular. I couldn't remember that freaking name for some reason. But yeah, I've got 3 of those. I got 3 frames from Jubular Slingshots or Jubular Catapults. All of them are great. I did a video of them, went outside and shot all 3 models that I had and had not a problem with them. Great stuff. Jubular Slingshots. He's an awesome dude. Absolutely love the S96. I really got to check that out. You a Slingshot channel? Yes, sir. Slingshot channel, like crazy. Actually, I got one on my lap. I hate this frame, but I got one on my lap. Dana White. Nope, not Dana White. How would you tie the Omega whites or the greens? How would I tie them to the pouch? I just use a constrictor knot. That's all I use. Works fine. Works fine. I got a lot of slingshots, dude. I don't know how many. I got maybe 60. I got hold on, let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 7. I have 18 just sitting on my table. So, yeah, great little slingshot from Wasp. Anybody's just starting out, I highly recommend Wasp. They got a lot of good frames too. And this is the what do they call it? The Skeleton, the XO Pro. Another great little slingshot. A lot of fun to shoot. Got to do a video on this guy very soon. Another one here that I like, the S Airship from Sniper Sling. I absolutely love this frame. It's a 45 millimeter frame on the width. Not my best width to shoot with, but I got outside, did some shooting with it. The very thin profile of this thing. In fact, it's got storage for ammo or your tools or an extra band set. Actually, I might even have something in there. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. That's weird. Cap stuck for some reason. There we go. Got it. Okay, so look at this. Inside here, got the tool to be able to change the bands. And let's use the tool to pull this out. Oh, and I have a little plastic bag, which I usually keep a band set in. But I think the band set is now on here. But the band set, the pouch, and the key all fit inside there. That cute little kit. And it's another one of those slingshots. It just feels great in my hand for some reason. Tiny little compact thing. How are these bands like? Ooh, look at that. We're not going to draw this guy back. How about that? Hey, that's a face killer right there. So on the draw, not checking your bands, that's what happens. Oop, game over. Always check your bands, folks. Always check your bands. BSB profile, also my all-time really nice band. Yeah, agreed. I'm really far behind you guys, I think, here. I really like the green Omega, but I have just bands. I haven't gotten around to order anything. Ooh la la. Lamborghini, how you doing? I'm good. Just thinking maybe gifting my husband with some starting slingshot stuff so we can have a hobby like guys. That was expensive. I thought it would be a good alternative. Living for Jesus, if you're looking to get started on there, I highly recommend going over to check out Omega Slings down in the US. Two owners, I think, are probably still on here chatting away. It's Mikey, Paul Riddick Slingshots, and Chuck and Steele. Those two people can set you up real good, get you set up for your husband, and the prices are good and their quality's way better. Let me tell you. Be more hurt if you stepped on my Air Force once. Go. Any recommendations on starter kits or stuff to get started with the hobby? Yeah, there's many different slingshots out there you can get. You don't have to spend that much money. It all depends on what your budget is. But there's many different things. Like I showed some of these poly frames a little earlier. We've got, I believe this is the Rougarou. Got a plastic poly frame. It's going to last forever. Simple band attachment, just a little bit of wrap and tuck on there. I use a band tying tape, but you can just use extra pieces of elastic. The elastic from Omega Slings is fantastic. And pouches, well, pouches are a very personal thing. There's all kinds of different models out there. I am a kangaroo leather guy, but there's other guys that people that like other different styles of frames or styles of pouches, like microfiber or super fiber, all those kind of things. Those are all there. But if you're really interested in it, just send Mikey or Chuck and Steele a message, and we'll set you up real good. Yeah. Listen to Tennessee Slang, and they've got some awesome starter packs to check out. And feel free to ask them any questions you need. They'll fill you in. They'll let you know. What is needed to start the hobby? My husband, please forgive me my ignorance on the subject. All you need is a slingshot. If you're just getting started, you can buy pre-made bands. You could do that, or you can cut your own, like I do. I've got a complete video on there to show everyone how to do it. It's really not that complicated. The ammo, I would suggest if you're going to be shooting just targets, like having fun with shooting targets, I would say use 8mm steel. Shoot that; it's fine. If you're planning on shooting for hunting, say rabbits or bush chickens or partridge or anything like this, I would definitely go up to 3/8 steel or 9.5mm steel. That would be fine. You just got to match your ammo to your band. So let's say, for example, you're going to be shooting at just targets. 8mm steel, I would use 0.4, 0.45, or 0.5 elastic. If you want to go to cold weather, 0.6 for 8mm steel. If we're talking about possibly hunting in the future, I would use 0.65, 0.7, or 0.75 for 9.5mm steel. Oh, yeah. Dictator Trudeau. Yeah, no fun for Canadians. That guy. Yeah, yeah. Scout LT, great slingshot, but the shipping just murdered me. It was really, really expensive. Crazy how shipping works. I wish international shipping was easier and cheaper. I wish we can send the whole world without charging an arm and a leg. Yeah, agreed, buddy. It's definitely not your fault. Yeah. Everyone has individual preferences. Living Jesus is kind of hard to answer. Hey, good point, Krudel. Everyone has individual preferences. Living for Jesus, kind of hard to answer. If he has bad vision, maybe larger ammo for heavier bands. That's a good. That's a good point. Most of us like 6 to 8mm with lightest possible bands. How's it going, Rachel? We're just talking about different things that happen in life, and and we're a slingshot channel. We like to shoot stuff. Pretty much it. We're just chatting about slingshots. Sorry, I just joined. What's happening? And not too much. We're just chatting about all kinds of stuff here. Basically, just a little bit about everything. But we are all pretty much slingshot enthusiasts here, or people just getting into the sport. What do I think is the best car in the world? Very simple. It is the Toyota Corolla. Can you say my name and I'll... Wow, that's a tough one, bud. Zaydan? Sorry if I got it wrong. Gotta give it a try. The canter was interested in that one. I hate it. Can I buy it? Ha ha ha. Kevin, here's the canter. I've had this thing for like 2 years. When I saw it on the site, I'm like, wow, that's nice. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know what to say. I mean, look at it. It's cool. Shiny. It's got this cool bend to it. Look at that. But you'd think you're supposed to hold it like this. You'd think. And shoot it. Oh no. That's not right. You're supposed to hold it like this. I hate it. I hate it. How you doing, Spike? Joseph, how you doing, man? Namura, how are you? Shout out to Danielle. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and possibly hit that like button. I would appreciate it. What type of string do I tie with? You probably know somebody who has some stuff like this in the kitchen already. This is just straight up cotton butcher cord. This is what I use to tie my pouch to my bands. Not on this one, because I hate this frame. It doesn't deserve a pouch. You look good in blue, Double D's. You look good in blue, brother. Come on, I bought an S Robin somehow. I keep shooting to the left. What is my remedy? Okay. 650. Since we're talking S Robin, I'll pull out an S Robin. Here we go. You're holding your frame. It's my S Robin. I believe this is a G3. Another one of my all-time favorites. Holds great, shoots great. Now, when you're lining up your shot, if you do this, you could be shooting left or right. If you shoot like this, you could be shooting left or right. Sometimes you got to point forward. Sometimes you got to pull back. These are all things you got to test out. I got a video on this coming up. I'm in the planning stages of it for troubleshooting left and right shooting. When you draw, because the forks on this guy are shorter than, let's say, this guy. See the difference? There may be a problem with your anchor. So if you're anchoring here on your cheekbone, for example, on that frame, I got to anchor more towards the corner of my eye to get the line up. But you see right now, I'm lining up. I don't have a straight angle. On this frame, I got to tuck in right under my nose. Same height, but just in here. And then I got a straight shot. It comes right off the edge and it shoots straight. So what I suggest is keep your same height of your anchor point. Move left and right first. Move in maybe a little bit closer if you're shooting more to the left. What I do recommend, though, before you do that, make sure that you're actually straight up and down on your frame, not cocked like this, because if you start turning it out, it will start moving on you, left or right, depending on the way your body mechanics. Also try holding it straight and then pointing forward slightly and see if that solves your problem. If not, then adjust your anchor point. You probably have to come a little bit closer to your eye if you're similar in size with me. Now, just to show you an idea, This one has a longer fork. Because it has a longer fork and the way I hold it, I can come back here and still get a straight line, straight down my bands. Boom. See, I'm over here under my eye, and I could see perfectly down the bands. On this one, I know I'm missing one off the top, but you get the point. When I'm over here, I got to come in closer off my face. And then I slightly point, and then my bands are just skimming the fork tip, and I'm in line. Give those things a try. Hopefully it'll help you out. So you just got a sneak peek into an upcoming video. Throw those wrenches. It's like a dodgeball practice. Fire effect. I love it. Anytime living Jesus, this is what we're here for. Everybody in this queue pretty decent, and we all like to help each other out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm late. Howdy. How you doing, Hillbilly Slings? How you doing? Oh, you love me? You're so sweet. How old am I? I'm 48 years old. Robert Patton. Yes, sir. I'm Russian. Are you a slingshot enthusiast too, my friend from Russia? My you friend? No, why? Okay. My name is Ahmed. Your name is what? Museum? Okay. No, my name is Mark. Nice to meet you, Ahmed. Doing okay, Blackpink. How are you? How old am I? I already told you. I'm 48. Can I have a shout out? Sure, Bella. You can have a shout out. Carla Vargas. Shout out for you. But remember, shout outs come with a thumbs up. You got to hit that thumbs up button. I'm Russian and my name is Rim. Good to meet you, Rim. Catnap, you're back. How you doing? Mark, are you not? You're not a pit pouch guy? I actually like pit pouches. I like them a lot. The only thing I have found with some pit pouches is it takes so long to really break them in to the point where I really like them. And I think out of all the ones I've tried, the ones that I really do like are the GZK pit locating pouches, the original purple ones that he had for 8mm steel. Those are my favorite ones. I really like those. What I do like though is the you get a good firm leather kangaroo pouch. I like those because after shooting them, they actually become like the pit locating pouches. That's what I like about them. Bill Mayer, what is this channel about? We're talking about all things slingshot and all things, pretty much. We're just here to chat, shoot the shit, and talk about the sport that we all participate in. What happened to him? Ooh, somebody's been working overtime. I see a lot of deleted messages here. What's my name? My name is Mark. Need more wrench, man. Squatch, you up for the challenge, bro? Wow. What's that bot sit here? And there's lots of bots. We've got a lot of them today. Hey, Jenny. TTF cleaver. I use 8mm for killing my set, but my setup is tuned even with 6mm. Oh, you know what, Cruddle? You can definitely use 8mm steel for small critters like squirrels, rabbits, and all that stuff. You can, but the smaller the ammo, the less weight you're chucking at that animal. You need to have a high level of precise shooting to be able to make ethical kill shots. I don't recommend that for a lot of people that are just starting out into the sport or who are starting to get there. I also don't recommend some people saying you have to hit a ping pong ball at 30 meters at 10 out of 10 shots either, because I really don't know anybody in the world who can do that. Is it possible to reach out to me privately on Instagram, perhaps? Yes, it is possible. 6 millimeter and gnarly and Chinese go hard with the 6 millimeter. Yeah. Hello, what's my favorite football team? I'm a Jets fan, unfortunately. Tell us how you feel. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Mark hates the canter. But I'm cooking breakfast for the boys too. I know how it feels, buddy. I know. All my family's still asleep, though, luckily. How do I feel about arrows for slingshots? You know what, man? If you, I tried one of those early on, way back in the day. I believe it was Dave Canterbury who came up with the first one that I've seen. A buddy of mine bought one, and we were shooting it at work into pallets. It shot pretty good as long as you get the right bands for it. You can actually get some pretty decent speeds with an arrow. Snake got in the house yesterday, highly poisonous. Oh shit! So I shot it with an 8 millimeter. I need to get a snake stick though. I'd rather not shoot him. Yeah, I guess. Eh? Cracky. Yeah, I know. Not quite. I'm not feeling too bad. I'm a little bit tired. We're at a wrestling tournament yesterday, all day. And anyway, standing up for a good 8 hours, not really moving. It's not so bad when like I'm at work and I'm moving around all day. Not a problem. When you're just kind of standing there staring at stuff. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Got up this morning, took the dog for a walk, got some coffee going, and started chatting with you guys. What thickness is a cotton string? It is 1 millimeter that I use. Yeah, Bill, you can make one out of aluminum. You can make one out of wood. I got a couple of natties here that I made myself. Carve these guys straight out of a Y fork off of a tree branch. I don't recommend using board cut slingshots, but a Y cut slingshot is not a problem at all. It's still got the rings going on there, what actually give it strength. So it's a good thing. ZenX Zen, how you doing? KNH, how you doing? IPEC, what's going on? Hey, thanks for stopping in, Rebooted. Appreciate you, man. Australia is on my bucket list. Looks like such a beautiful place. Me too. Mikey, the crocodile hunter was my hero. I wanted to be him so bad. I wanted to meet him so bad. I love that dude. I used to watch his show religiously. I love that show. And when Steve Irwin passed away, it broke my heart. I was like, ah, crap, I'm never going to be able to meet my hero. And his poor family, it was just terrible. But Australia has always been on my list, on my bucket list to go check out. Such a beautiful place. I like the people too. What type of material is that made of? Are you talking about this guy here that I made it? This is wood, and I made it out of a piece of beech. It's either beech or birch, this one. I can't remember. I think it's beech. Bob the Builder, how you doing? I've got to go, guys. Love the chat. Hey, Mark, are you doing this every Sunday? Every Sunday, dude. If I announce it on my Facebook page when I'm going live, but it's most of the time it's going to be on Sundays, unless I've got the wrestling tournament or something going on the Sunday. I'll end up doing it on the Saturday, but most of the time it's Sunday. This is the third Sunday this is the third Sunday I've done, and I did a Saturday last weekend because I had a prior engagement. What's the best material to make one out of? Well, it depends on how much you want to spend, dude. They've got really, really high-end ones. We'll say something like this here, where they're made out of G10 and carbon fiber, which are very the carbon fiber can be quite expensive. This one here, I've got a G10 core with brass liners and rosewood handle. You can go to a straight up aluminum frame, something similar to this or this. And actually, this one here is a aluminum frame as well, a casted aluminum frame. This is a complete G10 slingshot, just different layers. You can, I believe this one's probably polycarbonate or PFTE. Can't remember which one this is. This is called this is the Windigo. Very solid, very durable. And here's another one that I made out of wood. So when you're talking about materials, what's the best? Really, I think what changes is the aesthetics, not the quality. Under me sling ting. What's up, buddy? You know what, dude? I tried looking for your channel. I couldn't find it. I'm pissed. I'm going to try to get you. If you can, please just send me a link in Instagram or Facebook. Just private message me. Send me a link to your channel. I'm gonna subscribe to you. Oskan, hello. For me, Crudel, I would definitely use here. Crudel writes, Mark, I highly suggest you go hunting or do any pest control. Use your 8mm steel. I would, but I don't suggest that for others that are starting up or not at my skill level yet. Timber Jameson, how you doing? Hello, Squat Shot. Hey, Mikey guy, how are you, man? Love from Pakistan, love from Canada. Right back at you. Ashan? I've been shooting for a few months now, still developing consistency. I seem to be more accurate shooting with both eyes open. Any thoughts? Don, there's a lot of shooters, and I'm talking about shooters in general, cross genre of sports. We'll say slingshots, bows, and firearms that shoot with their eyes open. Some people prefer it. I don't, but there's nothing wrong with that. If you're doing better shooting that way, shoot that way. Point to now. I mean, back in the day, my father used to shoot with both eyes open, shooting handguns all the time, and he was a crack shot. So. Loki, how you doing, man? And thanks for the subscription. I appreciate you. I will go straight through your range and where 9mm doesn't really get good penetration. Yeah, you know what? There's something to be said about the penetration versus blunt force trauma. If you are able to headshot all the time, not a problem. You're going to drop it with whatever you hit. I find the heavier ammo, let's say if you're aiming for a pigeon's head and you end up hitting a little bit low, you may injure or wound that animal with a lighter weight projectile than you would with a heavier weight projectile. The heavier weight projectile might just break its neck, and let's say a lighter weight projectile may just cause a bad injury that may cause it to die in a couple of days. So that's the thought of it all behind. I know that's why a lot of people like to hunt with 11mm steel, because it's more forgiving if they end up hitting a critter with it. However, in my case, I would much rather use 8mm steel because I can really pinpoint where I want to hit, and I would probably use 8mm steel. I'm with you on that one. But you're right, the penetration isn't as good, but the blunt force trauma is better. Yep, 100% Don. If that works for you, do it. Yeah, you'll be a wrench. Boom. You're a wrench. Hi, Thomas. How you doing? Thomas Torres. Exactly. The goddamn Jets. You know what? I'm almost embarrassed to actually tell people that I'm a Jets fan. Yeah. Some shots and catapults. Good to hear, mate. Come here, Bill. Calls? I answer. Me too, buddy. What's your Instagram? I can't find. Just look for ATO. That's it. It's me. You have problems with my mic quality? Hold on a second here. See if I can click that in. I think I'm going to listen to it. Delta 9 will be back up and running in a few months. I hope so. My mic is starting to break up. Yeah, you know what? I had an issue with one of these. I can't remember which one it was. It was in my last video too. See if I can connect this one. All right, I'll take this one offline. All right, guys, let me know if we're okay with the mic. I know I'm a little bit behind on this, but tell me if everything is good. Okay. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm so way behind. Hold on, let's catch up here. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. I'm there we go. I'm back down to the bottom. Much better now. Okay. So here, this one here, causing me trouble. It's gone. Enough of that mic. All right. Oh shit. You're right, it is a target. I'll get that back and I'll shoot the shit out of it for failing me. How about that? How does that sound? Oh man. Okay. Try Adventure Time Outdoors. I might not have changed my name yet. So adventure underscore time underscore outdoors. that will make an awesome short. Yeah. They love Lily. How you doing? Yeah. Oh, what time are we, guys? I still got a little bit of time. We can still chat a little bit. Yeah, so basically that's the deal. So in an upcoming short, for those of you who watch this video, you will see that mic exploded to a zillion pieces. Sorry, I've been glad to make the Warden homemade split pea soup. Hope that soup was good. You are 40 man, got a job? Yeah, I got a job. Yeah, Kevin, I got to know about it. I think I love how it looked, but I didn't like the whole of it. Might try a different model. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. When she says I want split pea soup, you make her split pea soup. So now the first mic was fine. I was actually shooting a video, that last video I did about the bands, and one of these mics went wonky on me on that one too. So hopefully I threw away the right one. Hey, how's it going, Chris Brown? Are you a shooter? We're all shooters here, slingshot shooters. You are in a classroom? No, I'm actually in, it's kind of like my slingshot office. This used to be a little office, and it was my son's baby room back in the day. But I've now let my son move down into the basement, and I am now up here in this little tiny room, trying to make things, figure it out. I haven't quite torn things down and redid it the way I want it to be yet. Can I make a heart for turkey? One of these things there? There you go. I don't know. I'm not built like that. I can't do that kind of thing. But there's your heart. Can I tell you a joke? Sure you can. Yeah, originally when I got my Delta 9 slingshot, can't remember the model of this one. F-35 was a F-35 or F-30 something. I can't remember the name of it. But when I first got this and I was just holding it in my hand, I wasn't sure about how it was going to feel when I shot it until I put it under tension. When I put it under tension, everything became clear. It just locks into the hand. Everything is fantastic. I really, really like this guy. Hey, you too, Pokemon. Take it easy, man. Trump 2024. Cheers, brother. Oh, man. This coffee's damn good. Mr. Gray, how you doing? So if you guys just join in, I hope you hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Definitely need all those likes that we can get, and hopefully more people will join us on these chats and we can have some fun. So I'm going to continue on with that short what do you call it? You know, those short episodes where I was talking about some of my favorite frames, taking some quick shots. We're going to be going through all of some of my top favorite frames, and I think when I start designing this room on this back wall here, I'm going to have like a pegboard. I'm going to have all my slingshot favorites hanging up there, and yeah, I got to get some work done in this room. We got to make it cool. That's what we got to do. We got to make this room cool. Yeah, Mikey, you know what, man? Me too. Mikey wrote here, ETO, I'm loving the way the lives have picked up lately, and I hope it doesn't end. Me either. It's so much fun, man. You get on here, you talk with all kinds of people. You can actually let your personality out. I know in the videos before, I had a couple of issues with, you know, I don't know if people were flagging me for saying that dropping an F-bomb or whatever it was, but I found sometimes the lives would go crazy, and sometimes or my videos would go crazy, and other times they wouldn't. I couldn't quite figure it out, and I decided to make everything like super kind of calm and not letting my personality out a little bit. And well, the lives are fun. I can come out here and just be me and have some fun with you guys, and I'm loving it. I'm getting a lot of people to get eyes on the channel as well. The lives are doing pretty well, and all of you guys that join me every single Sunday are just freaking awesome. This coffee's dedicated to all you. Riley Marler. How are you doing, Riley Marler? Hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd appreciate it. Leo, how you doing from Deutschland? Selton showing some love again. That's nice. Do I play video games? If so, no, I'm not really a video game guy, man. I like to shoot things. I like to go outside and shoot slingshots and targets and stuff. That's my thing. I was wondering if I had a certain amount of subs to live stream and video. I don't quite remember how many subs you're supposed to have. Can anybody answer that question for Sun King? I can't remember. I've been able to do lives for a long time. I think it might have been around 100 subs. Maybe. Maybe it's more than that now. I don't know. Dude, I can't figure out the algorithm for nothing. And you know what? Back in 2016, when I started my bushcraft channel, I discovered I made an error. And I had one of just my name where I used to put up videos of my kid, just for the family to share, across the family. It's kind of public, but just us fishing and doing things like that. But I ended up shooting a couple of videos of me and my son. We used to call it going on adventure time, and I was doing this thing, and I was teaching him some outdoor skills. And my subs started to go up, and then they reached 1,000 subs. I hit 3,000 subs, and everything stopped. Like, I'm talking screeching halt, nothing. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. A guy ended up doing I got a thing with TubeBuddy, and I started talking to some guy from TubeBuddy. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. He watched a couple of my videos and said, the quality of your videos are fantastic. I don't understand why you're not getting channels. And we started talking, and the guy told me, well, when you set up your channel, how did you set it up? And did you put the tags and all this stuff? And I'm like, no, I set it up. I put it as a business channel. And he's like, oh, right there. Because it was a business channel, it did not get the traction that it needed. The algorithm didn't share it and all that stuff. And then I hit crossroads. I was like, man, well, what do? Do I keep on fighting and trying to get my channel to grow, or do I just call it quits? And I called it quits. I said, screw it. It makes no sense. I'm out. I'm out. There's people that were putting out some videos that were just, I wasn't getting the return of the effort I was putting in. We'll just put it that way. So I called it quits. And then I ended up coming back one day to shooting a video for Slingshots. I created this channel properly, did that, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all my videos from over there and I'll move them over here, and we'll see what happens. And maybe I can get the channel to grow. I put over a couple of videos, just some of my overnighters and things like that. But I've made that one slingshot video, put it on this channel, and I left it for a year. Didn't make another channel. I shot that slingshot till both my bands broke, and I'm like, I'm not going to bother. And then I went back and looked on this channel just to see how many views it got. 80,000 views on that one video, and I was like, oh man, I see the difference now. So I started to shoot some vids. I fell in love with slingshots and never looked back. What's my favorite food? I'm a steak guy. Give me ribeyes all day long. That will be a good video, ATO. 59 subs. 59 subs what? 50-50. BRB drop up a tablet. Oh, 50 subs for lives? Do you think a carved wooden fork prevents you from shooting with full accuracy? I mean, level up by... No, absolutely not. I want to show you something here. Where'd it go? Anyway, I don't know where I put it, but I had another slingshot that I made. I carved out of wood. I didn't even have the thing finished yet. It wasn't completely sanded or anything, but I wanted to try it to see how it felt. I went outside, did some shooting with it, and I was cutting playing cards in half with the edge of it at me. It does not mess with your with your accuracy at all. I always heard if you penetrate a tin, not aluminum can, you are good for small game. I agree with that to a point. My only issue is shot placement. I'm very, very big on if you're going to hunt, it has to be an ethical kill, and that doesn't mean shoot it and have it drop and you have to kind of chase the thing around for a half hour or 45 minutes for it to die. I'm not into that at all. If you're going to hunt, in my opinion, I mean, you guys do what you got to do, but in my opinion, I want to blast it in the head. I want it to fall over, and I want to call it done right there. I don't want to have. I don't think if your skill level is at the point where it should be to hunt, then you should be hunting for one. But the second thing is, I would like to see people when you're going to be out hunting to be shooting, dropping critters down with good shot placement. Yep, Under Me Slingting is absolutely right. He writes, Tarson, you can be as accurate with a natty as a top line custom, 100%. Chris Brown is back. Good news. Double D's. Thanks for all the work today, buddy. You did a great job. And it's always great to see you, my friend. Have a great time. I'll see you again soon, next Sunday. 50 subs will go live. Later D's. Chris Brown's back again. Keep on leaving, bro. What's going on? One shot drop. That's what I like to hear, my friend. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, so as for videos, we're going to be doing a couple more of those shorts, going through my favorites. I can't remember how many we've gotten done so far of those yet. But I know I got the hiker and a couple of others. Lone Slinger. How's it going, bro? And then, we got a few of those coming up. And I'm going to do that troubleshooting thing. What do I think about long draw ATO? Oh, what is all? I like long draw. Actually, I have a couple of frames here I got set up for long draw. Here's one of them that we got from Lone Star Catapults. This is a nice little natty that he made me. Absolutely love this frame. And Jesus is an awesome dude, man. I love that guy. He's got this little beauty here. Do some shooting with that guy. Shoots great. Long draw, I'm kind of hit and miss with. I haven't figured out everything. Sometimes I can shoot pretty well. Sometimes I can't. I got a little bit of work to do on figuring out how to get my my band length set up properly so it's not so bad. I tend to hold my pouch like this with the ball on this end. So when I'm stretching out, I'm kind of like this. I'm shooting full draw. It's fun. I'm feeling pretty good about it. But I definitely need more work, and I don't do it as often enough. But long draw is a lot of fun. When you're out cutting cans with long draw and you hear that pow when it hits, it's awesome. I love a Venator. Oh, me too, man. Hey, Sling Dango, how's it going, bro? Welcome into the chat today. Thanks for joining the live. What time is it where I'm at? It is 10 o'clock, which means I got to split very soon because I got to hit the road. I got an hour drive to do. Yeah, those Venators, man, I'm telling you, they're one of my favorite bands, favorite slingshots. And I did that's one of the ones I think I did my first short of my favorites was with the Venator. Absolutely love that frame. Shoots great. And I got a great review on it too. If anybody hasn't seen that review on the Wasp Venator, I highly recommend you check it out. It's a great video. I loved it. I had so much fun shooting that video. It was an absolute blast. I should be able to, unless they are the G10 ones. Hey, Mikey, do you know if you're going to be able to get them clipped? Has Simon done any mentioning about that yet? I got a chips. Wife's favorite pizza and elimination chamber. All right, take it easy. Take it easy under me, Sling Ting. Have a good afternoon, my friend. What time do I normally start the Sunday live stream? Usually 7:30 in the morning here. 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning is usually around the time I do that. I choose this time so I can get my buddies from the UK, my buddies from the USA all in at the same time. If I go a little bit later, although it does seem like the guys in the UK don't ever freaking sleep for some reason. It's like 9 o'clock here, and I'm still chatting with guys over in Wales, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and they're still up and all lively. I don't know. They don't seem to sleep. Oh, wait, whoa, come back here. Now, it says, Mikey writes, I can't remember what the Venator looks like. It's very similar to the Outlaw, but it doesn't have the finger grooves, kind of similar, but the fork tips are the widest fork tips that Wasp has in its range. I believe it's, I want to say 24 millimeters, 24 or 25 millimeters, so you can put a good stinky band on them. It was actually a slingshot designed by a Wasp for hunting. What's my opinion on the mill shot wrist slingshots? I've never shot one. I can't really say anything about them. The one that I have, Sling Dango, is an aluminum frame. It's a black. Man, where'd I put it? It's not here. I don't know where I put it. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's either black painted or anodized aluminum. Shoots great. 99% long draw here. Same here as Chuck calls it cup in the pouch. Seriously, Kevin, are you interested in it? We could talk about it if you want. I would happily work some out with you if you want. Shoot me a DM in on Facebook or Instagram, and we can chat about it if you want. Riches of the world unite. What's my favorite slingshot? I have a few favorites. No particular favorite, but what I got on my table, I can show you a couple of my favorites. I've got this guy from Sniper Sling, the S Enlivener. I've got this guy, my Cygnus from Prime 4 Catapults. I've got my Pocket Thumper from Island Made Catapults. Got this guy here from Sniper Sling, the S Robin. Can't remember the freaking name of this thing ever, but this is from Delta 9 Slingshots. Awesome thing, awesome slingshot. And I got my Titan Hunter, which I've got the S90 here. One of my faves, but I prefer the medium Titan to this, the medium Titan Hunter. And the old Companion, really one of my favorites. I've got a bunch of them. They're in my forever collection, and some of them that I have that I like, or I can give or take type thing. This thing from Shooting, brisket, 19 degrees. Ooh. What's my thoughts on basic YouTube emojis like these? Whatever. They're kind of funny. I like the little blue fella, but that's about it. Someone's making a run in fun colors like purple and apple and green. Oh my God, you're killing me, dude. Sure, here's a shout out for Joss, but there's your shout out. But can you please do me a favor and hit that like button and possibly subscribe? I'd appreciate it. Island Mate is so awesome. You know what? I love that dude. He's awesome. Shane is an amazing builder. He does great stuff, man. Like I'm telling you, I've got this little guy. I mean, you could see that the brass on it now is getting kind of tarnished. When I got this thing, it was beautifully shiny, clean, perfect. Fit and finish on this thing is awesome. This was early on when he started anodizing the aluminum handles. Really, really comfortable. Very functional slingshots. And he's an awesome dude. I can't say enough about that dude. And he just came out with this new little slingshot. I think you guys might be interested in it. It is probably the ultimate of all ultimate pocketable slingshots. It has a little handle that you screw in, you pull it back out, and it folds up into this little thing about the size of a lighter. It's really, really nice. You gotta check it out. I don't remember what it's called, but Squat Shot, if you know the name of it, please pop it up down here on the bottom. You know, I got the when I got the Enlivener, I decided that with that frame, I was going to try something different. Because usually slingshots come in 85 or 90 millimeter widths, and I wanted something, the M31 Wasp. Why doesn't that stick in there? The Enlivener, I got it measured to 88 millimeters. And 88 millimeters is slightly below the 90 that I normally shoot. But I actually find it gives me a little bit better of a target picture, so I can actually just aim slightly below, like really slightly. And I don't know, I really like that frame. 88 might be my go-to. Yeah, those self-healing cutting boards, Lone Slinger will really help you out, especially making your bands. Yeah, just stay away from metal frames in the cold. Yeah, your hands are going to freeze right up, boy. $11 frames from Shane. So which ones you got then, Squat Shot? You must have, man, you must have them all. Yeah, the Snapshot. What an awesome little frame. Anytime, Joss, anytime. Thank you for subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. My Snapshot is 88 millimeters. Man, dude, I got to get one of those. Got to get one of those. How do you like it? A meter is slightly longer than a yard, basically. If we're talking about a 10-meter range, we're talking about 33 feet. You know what, Tarson? When I did that, when I did the video on the S Enlivener, I was talking about it being the gentleman's slingshot or gentlewoman's slingshot. I really love that thing. I find it's a real classy looking frame. It's kind of classy. And you know what? I wasn't sure about the jade inside, but I think the jade just sets it off. I think it looks great. And when you're outside in the sunshine, like right now, you could see the wood on there. It kind of looks nice, but when you're in the sun, the grain just explodes out of this frame. It's just really, really nice. I love this slingshot. Actually, I think I'm going to shoot it today. Project animation. Can I ask you something? Just ask it, bro. You don't need to ask the question. I need to cut him after the Olympus green. It's almost the same color. I bet. Can I send you a handmade natural fork? If you want to, man. Jake the Snake Roberts. How you doing, my man? One of my favorite wrestlers back in the day. How you doing, my friend? I got a thumper, Jaguar, heavy hitter, pickle forks, in love with the snapshot. Yeah, I bet. You know what? Hey, come back here, you. I wanted to get that the heavy hitter. I love that thing. Pocket thumper, really good. Um, I find it actually the pocket thumper might be a little bit small for me, but I love it. One of my favorites. Beautiful looking frame. But I gotta get that snapshot, and and the Jaguar is kind of like the heavy hitter, right? But it's a little bit more offset, I think, and it's got more of like a thumb scallop on it, if I remember correctly. Nice frame. My chat is glitching hard. What's happening, man? Pixel, how you doing? Since I said, oh, okay, Pixel's gone. All right. Lone Slinger. Crudel putting the work in today, buddy. Good job, Crudel. My Jag got thump indents. Oh no. Are the bots attacking the wrenches? I don't know, but I think the wrenches are winning. Cheers to the wrenches. Actually, everybody, give a thumbs up to the wrenches. Show some love for those guys. They're doing an amazing job today. You know, a lot of people have been asking me about Canadian-made slingshots, and I've kind of been directing them to Shane. I don't know if these people are getting to him or not, but I gotta tell you, Shane does amazing work, and I don't know the quality of his slingshots. I think everybody, if you don't have an island-made slingshot frame in your collection, that should be top priority. Shane does amazing work. Hi, Tracy O'Sullivan. See you later, Tracy O'Sullivan. My grandma just did a backflip. Oh, good. Oh, man. Look at my Instagram. I post a lot of slings here. I think, you know what, Squat Shot, I follow him on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm sure I've seen a lot of your frames that he's posted that were on its way to the owner. I'm pretty sure I've seen a bunch of them. Yeah, what's going on with Delta 9? I know a lot of people who watched my review of the Wasp, the M31 Wasp, were asking me what was going on with him, and I haven't seen any news if he's back up and running yet. Do I play Fortnite? Nope, not even a little bit. Yeah, I'm a sucker for punishment, Willie, but I'm gonna have to run soon. I'm kind of pushing it a little bit. I got to leave here at around, I guess. Oh, I still got another half hour. There's another half hour. Yeah, I'll check out your Instagram a little bit later, Squat Shot, and check you out. I know I have you on there. We'll see which ones he's got. Which ones he got? I have an M50. I'm out for today. Thanks for the stream. Have a good one, guys. Hey, you take care, Kai. Hopefully, I'll see you next weekend. Delta's moving shops. Ah, that explains it. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you, man. I guess maybe sometimes after being unalive for so long, I don't know if it gets all glitchy. I had it happen. I had it happen to me a couple of times too. For some reason, it kicked me out and it popped back in after, and everything was fine. So Delta is getting bigger machines and bigger shop. He's about to hear from me. Oh, very cool. Feel like a slacker. Yeah. Don't feel like a slacker, bro. We're just here chatting away, having a good time. Uh, Maybe it's like when data runs out on your phone and slows down. It could be it. Leon. Everybody knows Leon. I am so hungry. Me too, actually. I haven't had breakfast yet, and we're coming around 10:16 in the morning. It's about time for some breakfast. Gonna eat me some beef. Filipino blogger, how you doing? You got your shout out? Now, can I please get a thumbs up on my video here, please? I would appreciate it. Hey, anytime, Lone Slinger. I think I'm going to wrap this one up pretty soon. I'm going to have to hit the road in a bit. I got to get some breakfast in me and take care of some things around the house. Hey, you take care, Mikey. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Are you out too, Crudel? Pro with the thumbs up. Appreciate you, my friend. Be good, Mikey. I want to visit Shane on the island. Oh man, me too. I'm hoping if I can get down to do some some camping at some point down there. There's a few guys in PEI that I like to visit, but Shane is definitely on the list. No, no, not quite yet. I still got another, let's say, 15 minutes in me before I split. Doing good, pro, and you? How many tattoos do I have? Two. I got this wolf that I got way back in the day when I was 18 years old. And I got some Chinese writing on there. Supposed to say spirit, heart, mind, family, and life, but it could just say fat white pig on it. Who knows? But that's what I got. That's all I have. What's my thoughts on the bands? ATO, what's your thoughts on the red and white bands from Precise that comes in big rolls? Are you talking about these guys here, the Slingshot? These fellas? I'll tell you this. The 0.5 is fantastic. Shoots great. Feels great. Draws nice. It's good all the way around. This is the 0.6 that I got here. 0.5 is here. And if you're talking about getting good budget bands in-house, the price is great. Comes in these nice little tubes to keep everything nice and clean. I really can't complain. I don't know. What's your thoughts on the elastic? Do you like it or not? Take care, Kevin. Appreciate you, man. You got it, brother. I'll see you a little bit later. We'll chat about it. Yeah, you know what? I did a video on the Slingshot. I think it was the 0.5 I did a review on, and I kind of made fun of the name the whole time. And some Chinese guy came on there and it's like, oh no, it means this in our language. And I'm like, okay, but you know, if you're going to sell it across the world, when people are looking at it, they can't even figure out how to say it. It's a crazy name, but it's good stuff. Very good stuff, actually. I like it. Hello from Ukraine. How you doing? Oliver, hope you're having a good morning, and I hope you're having a good morning too, my man. Hope you guys can hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Didn't care for it. Seems kind of stiff, but lasts forever. Really? I thought the what size did you use? Was it the 0.5, 0.6, 0.7? What size were you shooting? Yeah, I hear Precise has got some new stuff out there. I may give it a shot again. Well, we'll see. Hey, I speak different languages. Oh, what languages do you speak? Hey, you too, Tarzan. Take it easy. Really, I found the 0.5 had a really nice draw on it. I think the draw weight on it was very very light. I find the 6 a little bit heavier. I am a subscriber, pro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I haven't tried Precise new stuff yet. John. Yeah, the Silenziate, I found the 0.5 was really nice too. It was really, really stretchy. 700 plus elongation. Really light. Hey, Kate, how are you? Twana, how are you doing? Long draw is the devil to me. Yeah, for a lot of people when they first start out. Actually, Shane MacArthur over at Iron Lake Catapults gave me some pointers to start off shooting, so I didn't keep hitting my face in the beginning. I do a little long draw these days. Americans got me into it. Yeah, it's fun. For some reason, I only shoot 0.5 bands. Yeah, me too, pretty much. I like 0.5. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy, pro. Thanks for stopping in. That is all that matters. My boy Hoggy, always having a good time. Great supporter of the community too, by the way. You big shout out to Hoggy. You won't find a better dude. All right, my friends, we're coming on to 10:30. I'm gonna have to call this one. I apologize. I know we're having lots of fun, but I gotta go. Gonna have me some breakfast and I gotta hit the road. So that said, you guys take care. Stay safe. Get out and practice. Be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. You're all freaking awesome. Bye bye for now.